It is me, Nbtsky, and you are on my daily reading channel. And today is January 17th, 2025, which breaks down to 2043, which breaks down into 9, which puts us in all Pluto kind of energy right now. So anyway, in the Chinese zodiac, 2043 is the water boar or the pig. Now, dealing with the water boar or the pig, you're dealing with an energy that's tolerant, persevering, cleverest, prosperous, and generous. And the element of water, which is associated with Mercury in the Chinese system. In general astrology, the planet Mercury is associated with air and earth, Gemini and Virgo energy. Capricorns who have Mercury dominant in this in their chart may have to use less emotion in this time in areas of work, occupation, service. Also, when dealing with the signs Gemini and Virgo, the way you think and communicate with siblings and people close to you will determine your relationships. Now, Pluto, when you're dealing with astrology, being the underlying number which is associated with the Scorpio, in general astrology lets us know that insurance, taxes, inheritance, etc. may be a conversation in his future. So try not to, if that is the thing, if money is being passed down, wealth is being passed down, assets is being passed down, try to do it in a way that makes sense, period, especially if you're like in a close-knit environment. So now that we got that, I'm going to throw down a card for Pluto, for the future number, which is 2043. And that's the pig, right? The third eye. So, dealing with the third eye, it's saying, be tapped in spiritually, be able to see beyond what's going on in front of you, pay attention to, your visions, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to how you connect with other people. So in that time of 2043, people's senses may be heightened in certain areas, and you may see things a whole lot differently on a whole nother level than the people that's around you. And this can also create conflict and transitions in relationships with people in the future, right? So let's see what goes on for the month of the sun, which is this month. Rest and rejuvenation. So this is a good time to relax, rejuvenate, try to see things clearly, get a little bit of sunlight, that kind of thing. Nothing too serious today. And of course, this is, in combination with the energies for the whole entire month. So let's look at the overall energy, which is in Mars, right? And of course, you're dealing with the sun associated with Leo in astrology, so that's July 22nd to 8/22, right? So now we got this Mars energy, and when we're dealing with Mars, you would have thought that I would have put this down because that's what it is. But you're dealing with Aries, right? So dealing with this Aries, you're dealing with March 21st to April 20th. Alrighty. And Pluto, which is this bottom number right here, for those that may be little Scorpio energy, October 23rd to November 22nd. Alright, so let's see what's going on Mars now. We know that, Mars can be a little bit controlling. Participation in alliance. Working together in groups. So this is about achieving a goal. This is about building stability. This is about having control in groups and being able to build a nice little firm foundation in the situation. And the thing that's interesting is, they say that Pluto is the higher octave of Mars, right? So, it would be a discussion of refraining from ego, aggression, and petty competition, and bring individuality, power, and focus and passion and control in today's situations. Okay, so therefore we got that out the way. Let me throw down a couple of cards for the high frequency of Pluto. And you can, it can be validated, with the 9 that is Pluto. So let's see what's going on here with the wonderful world of Pluto in the high. So you got the 4 of Cups, Don't get bored. Pay attention to your gifts. Focus. You got this Queen of Pentacles energy, and I'm going to give you the birth dates. And you have the good old Knight of Wands, right? And when you're dealing with that, you're dealing with an air, fire energy, a very fast energy. When you're dealing with the Queen of Pentacles or coins, right? You're dealing with the birth signs, the birth dates of Capricorn, December 22nd, January 19th. And then the Four of Cups. When you're dealing with the Four of Cups, you're dealing with Cancer energy, July 12th to the 21st, right? So this is a time when people can easily get bored. You know, don't overlook what's being offered to you when it comes to relationships and things of that nature, or things that you have an emotional attachment to. Try to kind of stay grounded. You know, this can also be a passionate energy, but usually is a discussion of being a little bit bored, having everything that you need, kind of being a little bit comfortable, not knowing what you want to do in this frequency. So therefore, stay out of the bored energy, get into creating, you know, doll yourself up, do whatever you want to do. Like in my case, I probably need to do something with my hair. Y'all might want to do something with y'all nails. Y'all might want to get an outfit. You might want to go get a haircut, something like that. You know, you might want to go out and party and hang out and chill today, and it is Friday. Why not, right? That's the high frequency. All right, so let's see what's going on in this medium frequency. The Five of Swords. The Knight of Swords. This is a lot of air energy here. And then the Ten of Cups. So listen. In this medium frequency, you know, you want to be careful when you go out today in a way where, you know, if you out partying, chilling, doing your own thing, all of that, that's cool. Just let it be in a high frequency of, you know, happy energy. Be around happy people, you know, be around people that enjoy being around you and that you enjoy being around, right? So when you're dealing with this Five of Swords energy, you're dealing with Aquarius energy, January 1st to the 29th. You know, you don't want to get into unnecessary fights and stuff like that. This is like a fallback energy kind of thing. If you out and about doing your own thing, whatever you got going on in the household, whatever the case may be, that's what this is. Now with this Knight of Swords energy, you're dealing with a double air energy. So this could be a female in Capricorn's life or in today. And this could also be a masculine energy that, you know, get tipped off into his emotions and get into his other energy, you know, that's aggressive. May have a little bit of money, you know, real cute, all of that good stuff, look nice, dress nice, all that good stuff, but got a twisted, you know, attitude today, a little bit super feisty today, and maybe a little bit harsh when communicating, especially when it's about business and money and stuff like that. And, you know, these could be little triggers to unnecessary physical fights and arguments and things that get a little bit out of control. At the end of the day, when you're dealing with the Five of Swords, is the fight, is it really worth it at the end of the day? So now when you get into this Ten of Cups, this is a cup about family, happiness, balance. So this could be something that happens within families or people that consider themselves family. You know, this could also be an energy with Capricorn or within Capricorn that feels that, you know, I have to fight. I have to fight to keep, you know, happiness and balance safe and secure. So when you're dealing with the Knight, now in this particular deck, the Knight comes down as a female, which is always interesting to me. But it's cool, right? So anyway, let's look at this lower vibration of Pluto today. Oh, did I give you I gave you the Five of Swords, right? Just in case we missed it. We got the Five of Swords, Aquarius, January 20th to 9th. Then you got the double air signs. They're not really associated with a particular date, right? And then you have the Ten of Cups. And when you're dealing with the Ten of Cups, you're dealing with a Pisces energy. This is March 11th to the 20th. So let's get in this lower vibration. You have Justice here. You have the Three of Swords. There's a lot of air energy going on here. So this could be a lot of thought. A lot of you know, communication going on. So now we're dealing with the card of Justice. As you see, the sword is forward towards the Three of Swords. So when you're dealing with the Three of Swords, it's about heartbreak. Now, there's people who are not respecting balance in reality, situations, agreements, business, creativity, relationships. Balance may not be being respected. And so that's bringing balance in this lower vibration, causing heartbreak and disconnect and frustration, things like that. Now, when you're dealing with the white gnome, this is a card that's not typical to the tarot deck, but this is like the lighter energies, right? You're dealing with the lighter energies in this deck, but in this row. This is about understanding that you have to find this higher vibration to gather yourself in. So if it's, some people will have to consume themselves around people that bring joy and happiness to them so that they can actually move forward and get active again. Some people will be in this little heartbroken state all because of, a rough energy. And over that, the stability factor. All right. Outside of that, when justice comes, this 5 of Swords and this, who is this? The 4 of Cups. All right. So when we're dealing with this justice factor, if you notice, the 5 of Swords is over the head of the justice factor, which is letting you know that, is it, think about it. Is it right? Is it fair? Does it make sense? Is it worth it? Should I fall back? Should I chill? Should I do something else? Should I build? Should I move on for the day? Should I just speak my piece, and protect my concept and understanding, or protect your concept of understanding, excuse me, because this is the way I speak. When I read, I see the way I see. So I say I, my, me, but this is a collective, regular, general reading, right? So is it, today's energy is, should I have to, come through, be blunt, say what I gotta say, protect what my concept of happiness is, or your concept of happiness is and balance is, your concept in the future of what you want to build your family structure on, or your life structure on. Is it in balance? Is it worth the heartbreak? Will that bring me into a lighter, happier vibration and let certain things go? So now that we got that out the way, we're going to look at Mars here, which is participation and alliance. This is about working together and wanting to work together. Alright, so let's see what's going on here with Lot. So you got the Page of Cups, and the pages are not really associated with time. So when you're dealing with the Page of Cups, you're dealing with air, water, energy, and as you see, it's moving in the same direction. So Pages of Cups can be a little bit reckless when it comes to their emotions. You could throw them in their emotions. They still young when it comes to tapping into their emotions and dealing with their emotions. So they may be, quick to love, quick to fall in love, or quick to, be emotionally attached to something. These are the things that you want to look at. Now, when you're seeing this alliance and coming together and working together, this is just letting you know that this is something that's probably particularly new, but everybody's got their little emotional attachment to it. Outside of that, behind there, you see this 8 of Swords, and this is funny because when I was shuffling the decks and clearing the decks off, and both decks, the 8 of Swords came up, and it's about confinement, but it's also about having an understanding that, once again, and this came up a couple of times this month, it's about the understanding that being trapped in a lot of cases is self-inflicted. Are you looking at the resources that you have around you? Are you using the resources that you have around you? How do you view the resources that you have around you? And then you have this 5 of Cups where you're talking about these emotional losses and things that's attached. So, when it comes to that, this is what you're working together to kind of prevent. You're preventing the feeling trapped, and you're preventing trying to prevent these emotional losses where you're not realizing that, yes, there's things that's been lost, but there's even more to come that'll be great later on in the future for the day. Capricorns who are dominant with water sign, moon, Pisces energy, Scorpio energy, these may be things that you interact with. At the end of the day, though, the question is always like, are we trapped in any particular situations? Are we? In most cases, we are not. And in most cases, they are self-inflicted. Whether it's the way you think, the way you talk, the way you walk, a particular situation, whatever it is. Yeah. It's not a lot of people cards. Well, it's a decent amount of people cards up here. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5 people cards. When you're dealing with justice, again, you're dealing with a Libra energy. When you're dealing with this upper card right here, you're dealing with this earth energy. We all can move through these energies, whether we masculine or feminine. So it's about stability. It's about really putting thought into things. It's about being around people that's valid. It's about being around people that, you know, really want to see you be happy, want to see you flourish, and about thinking about what you're getting into for the day. All right. So the rest then rejuvenate. Two of Wands, the Magician, the Chariot. So we got two major arcanas right here. And so this is an important time to rest, rejuvenate, chill, get into yourself, do your own thing, get into your little contemplation, do your thing, right? When you talk about the Chariot is associated with the Cancer energy, which is a water. When you're dealing with the Magician, you're dealing with Mercury. And when you're dealing with the two of Wands, you're dealing with Aries, right? So that's March 21st to the 30th. As you notice in this situation right here, the Magician is looking towards the Two of Wands, but his wand is held towards the Chariot. So what we need to understand here is that, is this a time to understand that we have the ability to focus our energy, take time out for ourselves, do what we want to do for the day, right? With contemplation and thought of how we want to do that at the end of the day. And also the Chariot is a card, a discussion of traveling by car, moving forward, trying to maintain control, trying to create in a way to control two aspects of a situation or an individual, balancing out the light and the dark energies, having that control over that, because the Chariot can get a little bit out of control at some time. But there's, the most important part is putting thought into it so that you're not using your time for those who like to meditate, not using your time during meditation and stuff like that to improperly manipulate situations, but really contemplate on what you want to do, what you're trying to build, what your choices are, because there's options. And today, that's the clarity that will come from falling back, relaxing, being by yourself, and doing your own thing. You may also be trying to figure out what you really want to do. You have a choice between one thing and another thing for this overall energy in a month with the combination of numbers. Or today would be a good day to kind of make a choice and decide what it is you want to do. And also know that you have this infinite power that comes from the Creator, from the All, from the energies, from the ancestors, whomever, right? To get things moving and going. Also be mindful of people that want to manipulate today. You want to stay in a higher frequency, so you don't want to feel you don't want to deal with manipulation. Somebody might be, you might be trying to travel somewhere and there's a bunch of stagnations that will let you know that that's a lower vibration of the Magician. You don't want that. So you want to think about those things at the end of the day. Now, stagnation is not always a bad thing. Usually, I was always taught that is a blessing thing. When there's a little bit of stagnation, there's nothing wrong with it. So therefore, just look at things and don't look at them in a negative light. And so this is today's reading for 1/17/2025. You are just on Nbtsky's channel. Smooches and deuces. And I'll see you on the next one.